Today's Patreon request is brought to you by Stuart Boyd. We're back on McFly, but there's a little bit of a twist. It's a story of a song called Transylvania, and it says episode 2. I take it this is going to be some sort of behind the scenes footage or whatever. I don't know. Let's just check it out. Okay, let's get it. Very Dracula-esque.
Everyone says that song is so weird. Like, I take that really personally.
I remember doing a lot of demoing for that album. We demoed stuff in our flat, so we'd moved from a house to this kind of flat where there was a spare room where we had a studio in it. I remember demoing Transylvania. I did the silly voice that goes into the first chorus, and it was this it's a really quirky song, like quite a weird song, but it's got great hooks in it.
This was writing for our third album. I think we just felt like on the second one we maybe tried to grow up a bit prematurely, and
Okay.
it was all a bit dark and serious, and we wanted to be more colourful.
Transylvania started in my bedroom, so I imagined that I was watching a play and it's like set in medieval or like Shakespearean kind of times, and there's this lower class stable boy, and he falls in love with a princess. They absolutely like adore each other, but there's no way that they can live in the kingdom together. So the king and queen lose their shit and try to get him killed. And he's like pleading to the princess, like, run away with me. I know of a place where these laws and society is completely different, and we can just be ourselves.
That could be one of 100 million different types of films that I've seen. Let's go to some sort of utopia where we won't be chastised or frowned upon. Okay.
So the verses are all narrated. The dumpa-dumpa-dumpa-ders are like supposed to be like the gang vocals of the guards. People marching to the drums bit is the guy singing, talking about this other world or this other place where they could live. The Who's Your Lover bit is the princess's maids. Trying to like get information out of her. For someone who hates musicals, like I think I wrote a musical.
When you get Tom and Dougie on,
it does sound like a film, to be fair, or a musical film.
It was like I think I wrote a musical.
When you get Tom and Dougie on Imagination Road, they go down a very long path with it. They go with it. Sometimes to the point where I'm like, guys, I'm lost. I'll leave you to it.
I do love Danny and the way he puts things across. I mean, as a performer, his singing's absolutely out of this world. But then when he talks, he's just naturally funny. It's like when these go on this imagination tour, he's like, the picture he's told you is they just snowball. It's probably why. I mean, Tom and is it Tom and which other member of McFly is it who writes with Tom for kids books like The Dinosaur That Pooped a Planet? You know what I mean? If you don't know what I'm talking about, you don't know. But I mean, I imagine McFly fans will know that they write children's books as well. I know that because Toby's got some. Is it Tom and Doug? Or it's Tom and Danny, isn't it? Oh, I can't remember. Two of them out of McFly write books for kids. There it is. No one's Tom, definitely.
We were really into this band called Jellyfish at the time, particularly this album they've got called Spilt Milk. They literally just go absolutely nuts, and it's like anything goes.
It was like all of my favourite bands smushed into one. It was like Queen meets the Beach Boys meets the Beatles, and it just became like everything I thought McFly should be.
You totally, I mean, I don't know about the other artists, but you can totally hear Beach Boys in McFly's, some of McFly's music, some of that old world sounding stuff. Yeah, that
it
influence.
just became like everything I thought McFly should be. Because it was pop, but it wasn't. It was kind of quirky, weird pop.
Looks it.
And I remember playing it to Dougie.
Yeah, opened our minds a bit to like, rad, if something sounds cool, it doesn't really matter if it fits into a genre, just kind of go with it. So the boom, but yeah, cool, let's be theatrical with it.
I think Harry went on holiday, and while he was away, we kind of came up with a plan, this weird, bizarre plan for what the band should be. And he got back, and we were like, we've got these songs, listen to this is Transylvania. Had this weird like vision for what the album should be. But it was
a black and white movie.
Like, it suddenly gave us this like real kind of energy and momentum for like, okay, let's forget Wonderland, we're moving on, and we have a clear sonic vision for what the band needs to sound like. We were going to work with...
Not
this
too
guy,
good at
Jason
dancing,
Perry.
is he?
Jason was the complete opposite to any other producer that we'd worked with. But like working with Hugh, I was always like on good behaviour. I'd get there on time. He wanted me to have like an early night's sleep before vocal days, not eat any chocolate or dairy, in case it affects your voice.
Look after your voice, yeah.
Jason was like the opposite.
Harry, should we do this? Listen, he'll say yes. See? Well, let's go. That's how you make records.
I love how people predict people's movements or what they're going to do next. He's going to say yes. Yes! Ha! It's comedy then. It's good.
See?
See?
Well, let's go. That's how you make records.
Why not?
Jason Perry is one of my favourite people.
Yeah, me and my friend Julian Emery, we co-produced that together, Motion in the Ocean. And Transylvania was one of the kind of key songs on there. Bit of a weird song as well.
Is it really?
Everyone keeps saying that.
I was really into a band called Jellyfish when I was younger, and I got the band into it. So you can hear that influence on Transylvania.
Oh, okay.
That's what Motion in the Ocean was kind of really inspired by, was let's be jellyfish for a month. So we did.
But I do remember doing the solo. That was a lot of fun to write. First time I've really sat down for hours and hours and worked on a guitar solo, and it was good fun. Because normally I just play it and
Wing it.
vibe it.
Yeah. Never play the same solo twice, but if you're going to work on it, I suppose. Yeah.
So
I like
it
that.
was good fun.
Good.
Because normally I just play it and vibe it.
Sounds quite good though, doesn't it? Considering it's a weird song.
And the main thing for me with Transylvania was I really wanted Dougie to sing on it. Because I love Doug's voice. I think Doug's one of the best voices.
People marching to the drums, everybody's having fun to the sound of love.
It was like the first song that Dougie had kind of wrote most of it, and then
right,
he
okay.
sung on the chorus, and then it was a single. So
Is that why it's weird? Is it weird because Dougie wrote it? I think Dougie's the other person who does the writing of the children's books. I seem to remember his name now. But then again, it might be Danny, because it's his sort of humour.
that Dougie had kind of wrote most of it, and then he sung on the chorus, and then it was a single. So it was I think it was quite a big moment for Dougie. It was probably the first time like his songwriting really was at the forefront of what we were doing.
This is what I find so special about McFly, is that we don't have these egos where like, I'm the main writer, I'm this, I'm that.
Good.
If something's good, we all jump on it.
Yeah.
That's what's amazing. That's what's so special about it. And this was one of those moments where it's like, this is a great song.
It's not like Oasis then. When Oasis, Noel Gallagher was a songwriter, and if Liam wrote a song and he said it was crap, you need to start fighting. These lot, wholesome. These lot, yeah, we'll go with it. Yeah, we'll try that. Yeah, let's do this. No, you need to have that sort of camaraderie. You need to have that sort of chemistry in a band where you all work together. I like that. It's good.
Fan favourite. It's fun to play. Don't matter who wrote it, who came up with the idea, whatever it is. It's
It's your
brilliant.
song still.
Now freezes up.
main memory that is seeing Dougie playing the church organ at the Albert Hall. So every time I hear that song, I think I can't get past that. Doug trying to walk up to the organ.
That's it. When you get a memory,
this is going to go really wrong.
when you get a memory of something and a song reminds you, that's it. That every time you hear that song, that memory's there. I totally get that. I totally get it.
Jamie, when do you think I might be able to play the Royal Albert Hall's organ? It's a very good question.
The organ at the Royal Albert Hall is like 100 years old. It's like the original one that was put there when they built the thing.
Wow. Didn't know
and
that.
there's a special key to unlock it that's like in a box in a safe. I can't believe they let me play that instrument.
High or lower? Lower.
Wow.
I'm thinking like.
That's crazy. That's a good moment for him, though.
Yeah, when we did our 10th anniversary, we got there and we're like, that is a massive organ. And we have, like, the quintessential organ intro. This is a massive wasted opportunity if Dougie doesn't play that live.
Absolutely. I mean, anyone who's a keyboard player would love to play that instrument. And it's that proper old worldy, like horror film, Dracula film, vampire film, whatever you want to say, like old school horror film instrumentation or piano playing, you know, proper old world. Brilliant. I like it. Very nostalgic. Even Danny's loving it.
This is a massive wasted opportunity if Dougie doesn't play that live.
Do it.
That was terrifying. You know what? Playing the organ, like an instrument that big, is like driving a tank on ice.
Oh no, mate, Sam, that's been playing that organ. That's unreal, isn't it?
The band, as I remember it, always wanted it to be a single. You had to have radio on board, and we were nervous because it was a different sound, and it's like it wasn't your typical pop record.
I think the label needed a bit of convincing. Like, radio didn't play it. Radio didn't want to do it.
Why?
There was a bit of a panic because I think at the time, like, Radio 1 had really supported McFly and they played all our songs, and then suddenly they heard Transylvania and they were like, "Is this a joke?" Like.
I remember us being like, yeah, but, you know, what did radio know? Radio.
But did they play it at Halloween? Did they play it in October? That would be interesting to listen to hear, because obviously a song that sounds like that, and you associate it like Halloween, wouldn't you?
Is this a joke? Like,
I remember us being like, yeah, but, you know, what did radio know? Radio didn't play the best songs of all time. I don't know. Something like that. Being completely cocky and arrogant.
Alright, okay.
We felt quite confident about being experimental with that video because we knew the power of the McFly video, and actually we'd learnt from things like the Obviously video that actually the more narrative and kind of entertaining our videos were, the kind of more popular they tended to be.
Video was
That's
a lot of
really
fun.
good. I love the fact that they're dressed as the women and the men. That's funny. I mean, all this black and white stuff with the crackles on the screen and stuff is what I would associate with that type of organ playing, if you like, and that's sort of pitch, like the castles and stuff. That's what I had in my head when I heard the organ sort of thing.
Videos were, the kind of more popular they tended to be.
The video was a lot of fun. We were on. I feel like we were on a bit of a roll at the time of making like fun videos. I mean, I don't even know really what's going on in that.
No.
I think I tried to explain to the director what the song was about, and that was his interpretation.
Well, I guess, you know, when we sent out to directors for video treatments, when they put that song on, God knows what imagery that conjures up.
Yeah, that's like Queen,
Okay,
isn't
yeah,
it?
we might
Yeah.
have dressed up as weird.
Ladies.
Was it Victorian women or something
Yeah.
like that in the video? Cool, yeah. Ooh, here's your lover. Just whatever. It's, you know, we're in a band.
It's a
Let's
laugh.
do it.
There's plenty of bands that dress up as women for a joke and stuff. It's completely it's so satirical and it's funny. I like it, man. I think I like quirky music, quirky videos, and satire. Comedy, gold.
I really love the video because it's not like a generic pop video. It's just it's a bit weird, you know, and I like
a
it when we
film.
get a bit weird sometimes. So, you know, looking back, that's one of my favourite singles, definitely for me.
It's just a cool song, isn't it? It's got loads of personality. I think that's what McFly fans back then wanted, was personality from the different band members. And I think that's the key to McFly, really, is getting each kind of band member on record, really, their personality.
Yeah.
We didn't want to be dictated to by what was going to be, by what was popular, because we never were right from the beginning. No one was playing songs like Five Colours in a Hair, just like no one was ever going to play Transylvania on the radio. But we knew it.
What you wanted to do?
No, it made us happy. It made us laugh, and that was the kind of band we wanted to be. Not that
If you get into a place where people are telling you and pulling your strings and telling you that you should write in your songs, not making this one, not having fun, then all the creativity and your expression goes out of your music, because now you're being manufactured and being told. Now, at the beginning, when I said to a lot of people that I thought McFly were a pop band, etc., I didn't realise that what their principles were, and the fact that they wrote all their own music, and they actually stick to the guns with what songs they want to put out, which I totally respect. I mean, that's brilliant.
No, it made us happy. It made us laugh, and that was the kind of band we wanted to be. Not that we were a joke band, we took it seriously, but
we can have
we weren't
comedy
taking
videos
ourselves seriously. And I think that's why songs like Transylvania became like the fan favourite ones that
they're being
everyone went
British.
nuts for, and still goes nuts for at the shows.
But that excites me. That makes me believe that what we believe in is right. Because
Classic
sometimes
film,
you can
parody.
play the game of like, to be a successful band, you need to be commercial. To keep it going, you need to be so commercial. To make a living out of it, it needs to appeal to the masses.
Do what
But
you want
what
to do.
we like are these type of songs, and what we like is what our fans like.
Yes.
Like we're on the
That's
same
most
page.
important.
But it just,
Yeah.
it's nice to know that we're aligned with our fans like that.
Labels don't always know what's best for the artist. I've said this a few times. I know it's a film and it's a dramatisation of Queen, if you like. I know it's going off topic as well. But if you've seen the film Bohemian Rhapsody, there's a scene in it where Freddie's arguing with the record label manager or whoever he is, the head guy, saying a certain song should be first. And he said, no, I'm going to put Bohemian Rhapsody on first. And he said, no, you will do this. No, you won't. He said, stick your label up your backside. And he stormed out. And lo and behold, Bohemian Rhapsody came out and was one of the most successful songs in Queen's history. The most instantly recognisable anyway. Do you know what I mean? And it just goes to show that labels don't always... That's just one example. That labels don't know what's best for everybody every single time.
But it just, it's nice to know that we're aligned with our fans like that.
Yeah.
Because we do like the same stuff.
Yeah, because it's not conventional. And it was also like one of these ones I remember getting like messages from random people in America, or seeing like articles written about us in America, being like, you got to check out this weird song.
I feel like that is like quintessential McFly, where you're just like, what? What is that band doing?
Who cares?
That kind of sums us up.
But on the other side of the coin, if people are talking about you in a weird way as well as a good way or a bad way, you're still getting talked about. So you're still getting bigger, you're still getting more exposure. I mean, it doesn't matter. And I like the fact that they go their own direction when they make the music. That's good.
Like,
I like that. Sticking to the gun.
What is that band doing?
Who cares?
That kind of sums us up.
How many times did Linkin Park change direction?
But
I know
yeah,
that.
I actually agree with the general public now that it's a weird song.
Because he wrote it. What an interesting documentary type thing. It was, like I say, it was good to see the process. It's good to see their experiences with writing the song, and their experiences with the record labels not particularly wanting to put that song out, and the radio not playing it, etc. But the fans absolutely love it, and that's the wholesome thing about this: the fact that they've got this rapport with the fans. Because ultimately, your fans are the most important people for a band. Because without the crowd, without the audience, you're just guys playing instruments to nobody, aren't you? You know what I mean? So You do what feels right for you, and you know, you listen to your fans. That's basically what this documentary is all about. And mad respect for McFly for sticking to their guns. Anyway, what did you guys think? Let me know in the comments, and if you like my videos, then please hit like and subscribe, and I shall see you all on the next one.